When Hezbollah tells you who they are, believe them the millionth time. Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem didn't wag a finger for 300 plus Lebanese killed since he signed the agreement with Israel. But he won't stay on the sidelines to defend Khamenei. There's a funny folk saying I remember my school teachers yelling at us, "طلع شعر على لساني," which basically translates to, "My tongue grew hair from repeating the same thing over and over again." You say it, usually in exasperation, after having to repeat the same obvious point to someone who simply will not listen. I finally understand the sentiment of this saying, after still having to explain to some people that Hezbollah is nothing more than an imperial asset for the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. This week, Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem declared that when Trump threatens Khamenei, it's our duty to confront this threat. Qassem, the only top-level Hezbollah figure not killed during the militia's failed decade-plus campaign in Syria to support Bashar al-Assad, said this after Hezbollah launched its catastrophic support front war against Israel, lost badly, and signed an agreement to disarm and retreat. This comes just weeks after Hezbollah sent some of its remaining fighters to assist IRGC in brutally killing Iranian citizens protesting their dire living conditions. Meanwhile, Israel has not stopped striking areas across Lebanon, especially the south and the Bekaa, where hundreds of thousands of homes remain in ruins as Hezbollah attempts to renege on what it had agreed to under last year's ceasefire. During this entire Israeli campaign, over 300 Lebanese have been killed since Hezbollah agreed to the ceasefire. Hezbollah's response has not been to protect Lebanese lives, but to threaten fellow Lebanese and scramble to maintain its once ironclad grip on the country and try, unsuccessfully, to smuggle briefcases of cash from Iran's foreign minister every couple of months. Not a single peep from Naim Qassem about the dead, except to blame the Lebanese government, which had no say in Hezbollah's war and had no say in what Hezbollah agreed to with Israel after its worst miscalculation in a long series of astounding miscalculations since the year 2000. A streak so disastrous that Hassan Nasrallah once, in a rare moment of honesty, admitted that after the 2006 war he triggered by kidnapping Israeli soldiers, quote, "If I had known, I wouldn't have. لو كنت أعلم." Let's pause and reflect on what this actually means. Hezbollah does not give two shits if hundreds or thousands of Lebanese are killed by Israel, but it sends fighters to kill Iranians in a heartbeat, and eagerly drags Lebanon towards a possible US attack on Iran by insisting it will join the fight to defend Khamenei, all while its leaders hide in holes and wag their fingers at Lebanese trying to move past the dark decades of Hezbollah hegemony after the fall of Assad and Nasrallah's assassination by Israel. This is precisely why Hezbollah's outsized influence in Lebanon must be reined in, decisively and without any illusion. A group that treats Lebanese lives as expendable, while rushing to defend the Iranian regime and murder Iranian civilians, is not a resistance movement, is not a political party, and is definitely not a protector of Lebanon. It is a foreign-controlled militia that sees Lebanon as a staging ground, not a country. As Maya Angelou famously said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Hezbollah has shown us exactly who it is, over and over again. It showed us in Syria, in Iran, in Lebanon's ruined Jnub and Ba'a, and in every war it drags the country to without consent or any accountability. As long as Hezbollah operates above the state, makes war without consent, signs agreements without accountability, and threatens Lebanese who dare to move on, Lebanon will remain trapped in a cycle of destruction it did not choose. As Joseph Aoun tries to buy time and leans on meaningless slogans of dialogue with Hezbollah, we risk falling into a deeper hole than the one Hezbollah dug beneath our cities, towns, and villages, while never building a single shelter for the people it claims to defend. Hezbollah hates Lebanese people. It especially hates those who support it, who have paid the highest price. When they die, Naim Qassem is silent. But when his daddy Khamenei is threatened, Qassem jumps to attention. Is this who we want ruling us? Someone with such contempt for our lives and our livelihoods? Is this what some still believe will protect us from Israel? When Israel attacks Lebanon daily and Hezbollah is busy sending its death squads to the streets of Tehran? Shame on us for letting such a wretched group rule us for so long. And shame on us if we do not shed this hegemony once and for all before it is too late.